So, me personally, I've always been for transparency and against censorship. That's why I started my own YouTube channel called The Olive Branch, where I talk about news and politics. That's why I started my own Facebook group, Facebook group just called Lodi News and Politics, where I allow anybody to talk about any sort of news and politics, whether it's left, right, center, whatever. But I want people to talk about it, not just post it and then ignore and then fight about it over stupid stuff. I want you to explain why you're for that position or why you believe that position. I don't want anybody to ever feel like they can't voice their concerns or voice their opinion or anything. I know when Trump got elected, a lot of people say or said he is saying what we are thinking, and some people are saying, well, you think negative things, you think badly, so you shouldn't say that or whatever. I'm not for that. I'm all for let me hear your thoughts, but I do get to respond back. I get to educate you a little bit more or less. And I'm all about education. I'm all about conversation. I'm not about hatred unless, people start just attacking me personally, then, well, I'm trying to take the high ground these days as I'm getting older. 32 going on 33. But I mentioned this because not only is our town pretty evenly split between Democratic and Republican parties, but California as a whole seems still pretty evenly split. I know a lot of people say, oh, California is super Democratic, but then when you look at the party registration, it is pretty split, like Democratic, Republican, and even no party preference, because some people just don't want to play by that party politics BS. And I hate that party politics BS too. I like to speak on what I believe in, the issues I believe in, and all that. And that's also why I don't want to fault people when it comes to this whole wearing masks and the coronavirus pandemic. I do want people to wear masks. I want everybody to follow the safety guidelines, 6 feet, wash your hands, cough in your elbow. Well, if you're wearing a mask, you shouldn't worry too much about coughing. But I say this because both Dr. Fauci and the Surgeon General of the United States both went on record earlier this year saying that masks do not work and you should not be wearing masks. So, because that was out there by high-ranking officials, that messed up the situation even more. And that pissed me off to no end to hear from the Surgeon General and Dr. Fauci. I don't even know what position he has. I don't know. To tell people masks don't work, and then to come back a few months later saying, okay, no, masks do work. We were basically lying. And they try and do some political speech and step work and word salads to get around it. Basically, they were just saying that they lied because they wanted that PPE, personal protective equipment, for the medical workers. But I can understand that. Of course, the medical workers need them. But you do not lie to the American people and tell them that masks don't work. Because now there are a ton of people that believe masks don't work. They might not have seen Dr. Fauci and the Surgeon General come back out and say, hey, yeah, masks do work. As I said, they just try to do some political talk to try and get around it that they lied. But they did lie. And they are in the medical field. This is what pissed me off. They are in the medical field. And they said they lied because they needed that equipment for the medical professionals. So basically, they were admitting to lying and putting all 300 million Americans at risk and at harm to save their own group of the medical field. That's what really pissed me off, because you felt your medical field was worth more than the other 300 million American lives or something. Again, I understand the medical professionals need them, but you do not tell people masks do not work. You tell people what does work, and then we come together, like in World War II, like after 9/11, we scrape up what we can, we make what we can. So there aren't hoarders, because there were hoarders. There still was a shortage of PPE. And now there are many Americans who believe masks don't work because these officials lied.